So, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Make sure you smash the like button. And today we're back. We're back after two match games, a week of missing the 5 things we learned. Sorry for that, but due to unforeseen circumstances, i.e., I was on my deathbed, I couldn't do the 5 things he learned from the most recent 2 games. The 2 most recent games, I say. But I'm back today with the 5 things we learned from Newcastle 4, Manchester United 1, and let's just straight into it. Straight into it, to be honest with you. We all know that was a disgraceful. I feel it's disgrace. I feel embarrassed. At the end of the day, they are just a better football team than us at the moment in time. However, losing 4-1, yes, I understand. He played a bit of, he did play a bit of a weaker side, Harry Maas at left back. He played Ericsson. He played Lindelof. So I was struggling, and he played the second choice goalkeeper. However, it's still embarrassing, isn't it? At the end of the day, but we move on. We move on to Leon. We've had worse, and we've seen worse days, and we've seen better days. So we just keep it moving. Number 1, the first thing we learned from Manchester United losing 4-1 at St James's Park is Ugarte. There's no more debate about this guy. The Tacticos won. It's 1-0 to the Tacticos. 1-0 to the Tacticos. 1-0. He's trash. He's trash. I've seen enough. Bin him. Already bin him. I've seen enough. Absolute gobshite footballer. As I said, we paid 50 million for a Uruguayan shin kicker. Why didn't we just go to the UFC? I'm sure fucking Dana White's got one of them in his locker. Why don't we just go get Dustin Poirier or Paddy Pimblay? Someone who can kick shins for a living and do a bit of cardio. The debate is over for me. There's no more debate whether he's useful, whatever. He may be useful in a very few selective games, but he's not just very, very limited. I think if you have someone that matches his legs and a bit of physicality in him, like Bruno G will, like Joe Linton will, like Tonali will, he can't do anything. He cannot do anything. He has no tech whatsoever. I didn't realise when we signed Ugarte, he was this bad on the ball. He's not just average on the ball. He's not your average. He is as Roy Keane said about Haaland, a League 2. He's League 2. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure if I go and watch, I don't know, Birmingham City in League 1, they probably got a midfielder that can pass the ball better than Ugarte. They probably do. I know there's definitely teams in the Championship that have got players that can pass the ball better than Ugarte. Get rid. 1-0 to Tacticos. Fair play. The Tacticos won, lads. Maybe Sanderberg was better than him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Sanderberg was better than him, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? Not that means Sanderberg's any good, by the way. However, Ugarte is genuinely that bad. For the first goal, lost the ball. And it's just like times he gets the ball when he runs with it for 5 seconds and you're thinking, pass the ball forward, and he's shaking on the ball. He takes 5 seconds and slows down our attacks. Get rid. Number 2, the second thing we learned. The sooner we bin Lindelof, the better. Bin him. Bye-bye. Get rid. From the moment your centre-back is dressing up as a woman, you know that all alarm bells are already ringing. Do you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be representing your ancestors. You're supposed to be representing the Vikings, the Scandinavian DNA. And you're dressing up as a woman. Whether it was for a joke or a pie, I really couldn't give a fuck. You have a duty to represent your ancestors. I think back in the day, his family members were making the food. When the Vikings were going out fighting, when the real men were fighting, his ancestors were making the food. He weren't the proper ancestry, the proper Vikings, proper fighting men. Absolute weak as shit. And for that third goal was absolute embarrassing. He's made Harvey Barnes look like R9. Harvey Barnes would have a tougher time trying to get into the Bonnie Blue lineup than he would have running through our defence that time. It was that easy. That fucking easy. Absolutely embarrassing. All he had to do was put a foot in or body him off the ball. But because he's weak as piss, he couldn't body him off the ball. And because he doesn't know how to put a tackle in, he couldn't put a fucking tackle in. He's allergic to defending. We've known this for years. Bye-bye, get rid. I know he's leaving in the summer. His contract's running out. So I won't spend too much time on it. But get rid. Don't play him again as well, Amarin. Number 3, the third thing we learned from Manchester United 4. Well, fucking hell. I wish. Newcastle 4, Manchester United 1. It's Bayenda and Onana. Doesn't matter which one. They're both 2 cheeks of the same arse. Get rid of them both. Sign a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper should be one of the top priorities. After a striker and a left 10 or a 10, the goalkeeper should be a main priority. Top 3 priorities in the summer. We must go and get a goalkeeper. We must sell one. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he had a good game against Arsenal. He's proven to us enough times he's shit. Against Spurs, conceded 4. Against Newcastle, conceded 4. At the end of the day, he's just not a good goalkeeper, is he? Let's be real. Just because Onana's trash does not mean that he's any better. Do you know what I'm saying? And what else was I going to say? Yeah, nothing else really needs to be said about him. For that 4th goal was embarrassing. He tries to just I'm sick to death of this playing out from the back, man. I mean, even there was another time as well. I want to say it was Isak that was pressing him, and I think it was when it was 3-1, or it might have been when it was 4-1. Yeah, and he dropped a shoulder, and he luckily got out of it. If not, he would have ended up giving away a goal. Yeah, I'm sick to death of this. So I want a shot stopper. Yeah, I want a shot stopper. I don't want a ball playing goalkeeper. I don't give a fuck. I want a shot stopper. Go and get me a Thibaut Courtois-like goalkeeper. I'm not saying I'm going to get Thibaut Courtois or someone as good as him, but go and get me a goalkeeper of that ilk. Do you know what I'm saying? Get me one that can claim a cross, which, to be fair, Bayenda did better than Onana. At least Bayenda was coming off his line and claiming crosses. However, he's still shit. Go and get me a proper goalkeeper in the summer. Number 4, the 4th thing we learned, Harry Mass is terrible. Decent little spark in pre-season doesn't change anything. He was terrible. He is terrible. He's just another bang average youth player that won't get out of Man United. We've seen many of them over the years. James Wilson, Tyler Blackett. Even if we want to go into Danny Welbeck's and James... Oh, we already said James Wilson. Do you know what I'm saying? Tom Cleverley. No, Tom Cleverley. I don't think he came from our academy, actually. But you get the point. Do you know what I'm saying? He is just an average player. That's what he is. He's just... Not even... He's you know, for me, he could be a championship fullback. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe he'll develop into something more. I don't know. However, he's not Man United level. We've seen enough to know he's not Man United level. Just spin him. Get rid. While we're wasting time, go out there and recruit 5 to 10 million if we can. Maybe you get a gig at QPR or something. I don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? Along these lines, that's what I would do. He's not that good of a footballer. He's not that good of a fullback. And because he's youth, you know, doesn't mean just because you're young doesn't mean you're going to develop into a good player. And we say, I feel like a broken record when I say that, because I've said that so many times over the years. Just because you're young does not mean you're going to develop into a top player. Now, moving on to the 5th one. This one, I'm glad he actually did it again yesterday, because he stopped with the Garnacho on the left experiment, and he's put him back on the right, and he actually scored a goal. It's almost like we've been telling Amarin, don't put Garnacho on the left, put him on the right. To be fair to him, he actually scored a good goal. It was a good finish. Very good from Dallo as well, by the way. However, I'm not saying Garnacho played well, but he actually did something on the right. Do you know what I'm saying? He actually didn't overthink it. He actually didn't try and cut back. He didn't try and cut inside. He didn't make it easy. I think he's better at shooting on the right. Do you know why? I have a theory. When he's on the left, he always tries to cut inside because obviously he's right-footed, right? But because he's got no ball control, no ball manipulation, no ability to buy a yard, right? I want to say the defender, it's easy for the defender to block. It's easy for the goalkeeper to read. It's easy for the defenders to read. Do you know what I'm saying? It's easy for the defenders to see what he's doing because he tries to always drop a shoulder, tries to always cut inside. Whereas on the right, they don't know if he's going on the left. They don't know if he's going to go on the right. They don't know if he's going to go where he's going to go. They don't know. They don't know where he's going to go. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a bit more unpredictable. Do you know what I'm saying? And sorry about that, but yes, I'm back. As I was saying, I feel like he's a bit more predictable he's definitely more predictable on the left. He can actually go on the outside on his right. He can go on the inside as well. I feel like on the right, he suits him better. He plays better there. He has his best moments there. Just play him on the right for the rest of the season. We know he's not good. We know, trust me, Amber, and we know he's not good. Get rid of him in the summer. And yeah, for me, put him on the right for now and just play him there until the end of the season because we have no one else ready to play there. But that's the 5 things we learned from Newcastle 4, Manchester United 1. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Sorry about the little fucking thing in the background. The little, the scream and, I had to pause the video and all that. But yeah, sorry about that. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out, people. Bash.